Are you designing newsletters, transactional emails, or marketing emails on behalf of your organization? If you are, let's talk about if and when you should add emojis to subject lines in your customer-facing email messages. A lot of companies include emojis in the subject line of emails that go out to their customers. I also know that various email marketing groups even suggest using emojis to draw attention to your emails in a customer's crowded inbox. But we wanted to know how their usage might actually influence people's perceptions of the emails, so we did some research. In this video, I'll outline the high-level findings from this research and provide 3 tips for emoji use based on these findings. We did 2 studies to explore people's attitudes toward emojis in the subject. In our first study, we showed marketing emails with emojis to one group of participants, and we showed the same emails without the emojis to another group. We asked each group to select 3 words from a list of positive and negative reaction words to describe the email. For this part, we used Microsoft's Desirability Toolkit of reaction words. What we found was that, in general, people selected more positive reaction words and fewer negative reaction words for the emails without emojis compared to those that had emojis. In fact, adding an emoji to an email subject line increased the negative sentiment toward that email by 26%. This number may look small, but our study participants were only asked to assign 3 sentiments per email. So a fifth of the word is actually a moderately sized difference. We also asked people to rate the value of emails with and without emojis on a scale from 1 to 7. From this, we found that the emails without emojis tended to be rated as slightly more valuable than emails with emojis. The difference in the scores was statistically significant when the emails were treated as the random factor, but they weren't significant when the participants were treated as the random factor. So that essentially means that there is some evidence that emails without emojis are perceived as more valuable. The second part of the study was aimed at determining if emojis influenced whether users would select an email from an inbox. For this, we created various inbox views containing marketing emails from various retailers. One view contained emails that had emojis, while the other view did not. Of course, we also controlled for other factors like the amount of brand awareness and the type of retailer, and more. Users were asked to then select 2 emails from the inbox that they would choose to open, and why. From this, we found that adding emojis to a subject line does not increase its probability of being selected. However, we also found that the existence of emojis in the inbox increased people's focus on visual factors. So participants who saw emoji inboxes relied more on visual aspects for selecting the email, whereas participants in the non-emoji condition reported using meaning more to select an email. Now, knowing all of this, we have a few tips to help you determine if and when you should use an emoji. It's important to say that this study focused on marketing emails from retailers, but we can still at least consider these general guidelines for other types of emails beyond those used strictly for marketing. First, do not add emojis in email subject lines purely for the purpose of jazzing them up or drawing users' attention. Even though an emoji may attract attention, it may actually make users see your email as less valuable and look more negatively on it, and by association, on your organization. Second, only use emojis in instances where they truly add value by providing context or relevant emotional value. Here's an example of an email where an emoji helps to add informational value and context. Whereas in this email, the emoji really just seems to be there to draw attention and make it more fun. And last but not least, even if your use of emojis is legitimate, be selective about how often you send out emoji emails. We've seen that emoji subject lines may attract attention compared to non-emoji subject lines due to the visual qualities, but if every email in the inbox will have an added emoji, there won't be any benefit. So use them sparingly so you can benefit from them occasionally. Plus, it's best not to continually push out content that could be perceived negatively. If you'd like to get the full details on the design, methodology, and limitations of this study, check out our full article on nngroup.com titled Emojis and Email Subject Lines, Advantage or Impediment.